Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Riti and I am back with another lecture of the DBMS series. So in the last video, we got to know more about one-to-many relationship. Now in this particular video, we would be knowing more about many-to-one relationship. So this would be a very short video as I explained about one-to-many relationship. It's just a reverse of that. But we would be discussing about some normal concepts like what would be the primary key, would the table be reduced, if the table are reduced, how many tables are in the final response, and many things. So without any further delay, let's get started. So many to one relationship. Let me just re-revise one to many relationship once again. So consider there is an entity E1 that is having a relationship with entity E2 in a one to many fashion. So what happens in one to many is E1 can be associated, like one record in even consider book. So book can be associated with many authors A1, A2, A3. Now book B1 is associated with many authors. Book B2 can also be associated with A4, A5, A6. So when we simplify it, you can see B1 is associated with A1, B1 is again associated with A2, B1 is again associated with A3. So basically one book is associated with many authors. So this is one to many relationship. Now same in the case of B2, we can see B2 is associated with A4, A5, A6. Now again it is one to many relationship. Now in many to one relationship, it is just the reverse of the same. So in many to one relationship, what happens is that many authors can be associated with one book. So it's like author A1, author A2, author A3 can be associated with one book, that is B1. Now author A4, author A5, author A6 can be associated with one, that is B2. So basically it's a reverse of one to many relationship. So many to one is just a reverse of one to many relationship. Now let's understand from the definition. So a database model where multiple entities or records on one side of relationship are associated with a single entity or record on another side, that is called as many to one relationship. So let's understand from an example. So in the example you can see that there is a entity employee, that is E1. There is an entity department, that is E2. Now E1 is having some characteristics such as EID, ENAME, EH, that is also called as attributes. E2 is also having some attributes such as department ID, department name, department type. Now E1 is having EID as the primary key. E2 is having DID as the primary key. Now according to this, many employees, just let me draw it here. So many employees can belong to the same department. So whenever you are working in a company, there is a department like such as development department, there is an HR department, there is some other departments. So many employees can work in the development department, many employees can work in the QA department, many employees can work in HR department. So many employees, that is N, can work in single department, that is 1. So when we simplify this, we get E1 is working in D1, E2 is also working in D1, just a second, E3 is also working in D1. So you can see that E1, E2, E3, that is many employees is working in the same department. So let me just write it here, E1, E2, E3 all are working in D1 department. Now we draw the tables for employee. Consider that this is the table for employee. We draw the table for department. This is the table for department. We draw the table for relation. So this is the table for relation. Now the relation table would be having the primary key of employee and the department. So it is having the primary key of employee, that is considered EID, and it is having the primary key of department, that is DID, which is now acting here as a foreign key, these both. Now the very first question arises, what would be the primary key in the relation table? So just think, what could be the primary key in the relationship table? So here from the diagram you can see that this is from the employee and this is from the department table. Now these both are present. Now you can see that employee E1, E2, E3. So employees are unique. So that is what this means is that employee can uniquely identify records in a table. Consider any attribute of employee. So it can uniquely identify records in a table. EID is something which can uniquely identify all the records in a table. But when I am coming to department, that is DID. So one department would be having one department ID. Consider that soft engineer is having E as department ID, HR is having H as department ID. So here you can see that every employee is working in E department. So whenever I am making a query in the database using key, okay, give me the employee who is working in E department. So again, it will give me many employees. But if I make a query key, okay, employee, give me the details about employee E1. So it will give me the specific details about that employee E1. But whenever I'm making query using the department ID, it will give me like any random employee, right? So what we do is we make this EID as the primary key. Also, you can like remember in such a way that whenever there is a many relationship on whichever side, that entity primary key is the primary key in the final table. So basically many side is always having the primary key. So in the many side, that is EID. Now the second question is that there would be three tables. Now can we reduce these three tables? Again the answer is yes, we can reduce the three tables because EID is the primary key here and EID is also the primary key here. So two tables are having the same primary key. So we would just combine these two tables. So we would combine the employee and work, and department would be one table. So now three tables are reduced to two tables. So this is all about many-to-one relationship. If you are having difficulty to understand this many-to-one relationship, I would suggest to first watch the one-to-many relationship video, because there I have explained it in a much better way and a much detailed way, you can say. And in this particular video I've just taken an example of that particular one-to-many relationship, and I have related everything and explained here. So this was all about this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're someone who is new to my channel and looking out for tech content, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And again, if someone you know or you yourself is looking out for DBMS series, you can surely go ahead and use this series or binge watch this series, because everything is covered from very basics. So till then, take care, keep learning, keep growing, keep smiling. Bye all.